Why they don't make Canelo fight undisputed? Tag Eddie Hearn. Undisputed versus undisputed. Fuck it. I'm 150. I gained a little weight. Canelo.
Canelo.
Not Eli and Kobe. Canelo. Like, nigga, don't fuck with me, nigga. Like, for real. Let me show y'all what it is. Why y'all don't make Canelo versus Charlo? Fuck y'all talking about, nigga. Somebody put that shit together. Lil Charlo will fight anybody. Nigga, I ain't never done no smoke, nigga. Undisputed versus undisputed. That could be a big thing in boxing. Fuck it, nigga. That bitch can't beat me with that shit. His last performance, that bitch can't beat me. Motherfuckers. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Eddie Hearn, go put that Charlo shit together. Why did...
What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, we just heard that from Jermell Charlo, and I like the energy, but I can't lie, it's a bit fictitious. Why do I say that? Well, no one was calling Canelo's name when all of Charlo's mans, like Plant, and who else is there? Well, mainly Plant. Plant was Charlo's mans, and he got punched up. You didn't hear nothing from Charlo. You know what I mean? And really, he let slip in this video the truth. He says, Canelo can't beat me on that last performance. And that's what's got him gassed. And it's got everyone gassed. I'm going to be real with you. Seeing Canelo looks a shadow of the man he used to be. I've got to be real here. He doesn't have that overwhelming force he once had. That said, if Charlo wants it, I want to see it. I actually think the Charlo fight is more intriguing than the Benavidez fight. I'm not impressed with Benavidez at all. Listen, Charlo, yeah. Jermell, even though he's smaller, but again, if he wants it, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with a man wanting to go up a weight? Same as Canelo versus Bivol. What's wrong with... I know it's a big jump. 154 to 168 is 14 pounds. But if he wants it, give it to him. I think Canelo's favourite to win that fight based on the size. But again, it makes sense. Undisputed versus undisputed. Why not? What's Benavidez done? Benavidez can't even finish his lunch against Plant. At least Charlo's been smoking dudes. He smoked that last dude who was a champion. He's smoking champions. Benavidez ain't smoking champions. Benavidez going 12 rounds with champions. And I like Charlo's energy as well. Charlo will come to fight. And he has that viciousness about him. I remember when he fought Tony Harrison and lost the first time. He came back and was vicious in that rematch. And really, he's been vicious since. But in fact, no. Was he vicious against? I'm not sure. But either way, he punched that guy up and stopped him. Charlo's got the mean streak about him. Benavidez, I mean, let's be real here, people. Plant was begging to go for the last 4 rounds. Where was Benavidez's mean streak? If you can't be mean against Plant, you ain't. What are you going to do? Even a faded Canelo. If you can't slap Plant up properly, you ain't dealing with... You ain't going to... I don't see what Benavidez can do with Canelo. I'm going to bet heavy on... Especially... Think about it, yeah? Even if Benavidez won 7 rounds, he ain't going to win. I think that fight's a sure Canelo unanimous decision. That's what I think. Canelo versus Benavidez. That's when my money will be going on Canelo UD. Benavidez don't punch hard enough. I don't think he punches any harder than John Ryder, truth be known. Although John Ryder had some good success and Benavidez is much bigger. Anyway, what I'm getting at is, these 2 fights, that's what I want to see from Canelo, really. Are they going to happen? Probably not. But the Bivol one, I mean, Bivol at 168, that's the number 1 for me, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Outside of that, I'd rather see Charlo go up 2 weights. Why? It's different and interesting. I don't know, maybe it's just me here, but Benavidez just don't do it for me. I even think the other guy, what's the Cuban guy's name? David Morrell. That's more interesting. But then again, Morrell ain't fought no one yet. To be quite frank, it should be Benavidez versus Morrell. And then the winner gets Canelo. Plant versus Benavidez ain't doing nothing. Plant already got beat by Canelo. And really, I said before the fight, for Benavidez to push that fight with Canelo, he needed to do a better job. I think Canelo got it done in round 11. Benavidez is supposed to get it done in 7 or even 9. Anything better than 11 would have done. Instead, Plant's out on his feet and Benavidez is just spinning his wheels. Can't finish his dinner. You know what I'm saying? I've got to be real, it turned me off. Now, I was never really on the Benavidez bandwagon, but I'm going to call it a spade. If he'd have gone in there and smoked Plant in 7 rounds, then it's undeniable. But he didn't. So, I'd rather see Charlo. Now, in all fairness, jumping up 2 weights is kind of mad. I guess the question really should be, Charlo should fight Plant. Plant's the baseline now. Yeah, if Charlo goes in there at 168 and knocks Plant out, he up next for Canelo. That's how I feel. Plant's that guy now that everyone need to have a go on. That's the measuring stick. But equally, outside of Bivol at 168, for example, Bivol versus Canelo at 175, I don't want to see that. We know how that's going to go. Canelo food all day. Outside of Bivol at 168, I think Charlo's the next guy if he wants it. Why? It's intriguing. It's intriguing to see a guy move up 2 weight divisions, and really the odds of Canelo getting a stoppage are exponential because of that. 2 weights, 13 pounds, 14 pounds. Sorry, it's a whole bunch of weight. This isn't a 135 to 140. This is a huge amount of weight, but he wants it. Why not? It's been years since Canelo fought an African American fighter, which is what it is. But I'm saying it's about time he went back there again. I think this is the time. It's a shame Jermell, who's the 160 guy, the bigger brother, but they're twins. So I'm not sure how you can be a bigger brother, but that bodes well in that sense. And I've noticed these guys here, like Crawford, Charlo, Spence, they put weight on differently. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, to think that Terence Crawford was at 135, maybe even 130, but 135 for sure. He's gone up. Terence Crawford has gone up 12 pounds, yeah, and he's the biggest guy. He's the biggest guy at 147. So Errol Spence has been at 147 his whole career, but Crawford's gone up and he's the biggest guy in the division. He's huge. I don't know. It's some sort of hood strength, man. It's some sort of hood thing going on. I'm telling you, man. They do it different in the hood. Them skinny hood dudes, man. They got this different kind of thing going on. It's like dark matter. It doesn't register on the scale, because go back and watch Crawford versus Avanesian. There's no way them men are the same weight. Crawford looked like a whole beast in there. Not buff, but just big and strong, and the shots were bouncing off. Anyway, the point is, it bodes well for Jermell moving up, because Jermell's got that same Crawford skinny hood strong. You know what I mean? That skinny hood strength look. And when them man put weight on, they don't get muffin tops. They just get not even. That's the thing. It's not even dead muscle. Crawford hasn't put 12 pounds on and bulked up. They just, I don't know where it goes, but it goes somewhere, and it fits them right. So I mean, really, I do think the jump's too much in one, just to go from 154 to straight to 168. I do think Charlo needs to call out Plant, and that sets the scene. Then I'll fight Plant, I'll knock Plant out, do what Benavidez couldn't. That gets you in the row above Benavidez, I feel. If Charlo stops Plant, either one of them, to be honest, Jermell or Jermell, then that completely negates anything Benavidez has done. Because you can't even say, well, Benavidez beat the fight out of Plant. Well, no, he didn't, because he couldn't stop him, and Canelo already stopped him. If anyone beat this fight out of Plant, it was Canelo. And that, in fact, we know that as well, because Plant was in the ring saying, oh, am I good at boxing? Do you like my skills? You know what I mean? Plant was in there politicking with Canelo. That broke him. Facts. Canelo broke Plant in the ring. Had him doing all kind of politicking. Oh, is my power good? Oh, this is a good fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, he weren't doing that at Benavidez. Really, Plant didn't have much respect for Benavidez, truth be known. That's why he stayed on his feet. Anyway, this fight, again with boxing, it's one of the ones I want to see. Why not? This should be the conversation now. Canelo versus Bivol, Benavidez, and Charlo. Really? And then David Morrell again. David Morrell needs to get some stripes under his belt. The reason Charlo's in the mix from 154 is because he's an undisputed champion. I feel undisputed champions almost regardless. You get, you know what I mean? You get to almost not do what you want, but why not? Yeah, he's proven his worth. If he wants it, Canelo should give it to him, I feel. Canelo's fighting twice a year anyway. Why can't Charlo be one of them? So yeah, I'm backing Charlo on this one. Even if Charlo a little bit corny, in as much as he weren't really saying too much when Canelo was on top. But it is what it is. End of the day, yeah, there's got to be a balance. Canelo, that was smoking plant, that guy, it just wouldn't make sense to go up 14 pounds and get punched up by Canelo. For Canelo to look a little faded, and that's how it balances out. Canelo's a little faded. Charlo's 14 pounds lighter. That's what makes the balancing act. You can't have Canelo smoking dudes at 168, and then Charlo also, that's a double negative. You got no chance. You're going to get your back blown out. So yeah, I'm down for this one, if he wants it. Ultimately, if an undisputed champion wants something, give it to him. If it ends up Canelo's too big and strong, and Charlo gets punched up, that's on him. No one asked him to open his mouth. Equally though, for boxing's sake, it's a fight that needs to happen. Why not? It's better than, to be quite, listen, I give John Ryder a lot of credit, yeah, but Canelo versus Charlo is more intriguing than Canelo versus Ryder. So, if Canelo versus Ryder can happen, don't tell me Canelo versus 154 Jermell can't happen. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell.